Hello and welcome to my third match of the season playing against Swordfishtrombone. And we've got, let's see, remake trashing, counterfeit as well. Draw is like farmhands and then some combination of like, well, farmhands for the actions, then some combination of like archive, carnival, diplomat, scholar. I think we definitely want to open with a remake. Do we want to play with Vassal on this board? Plus buy is goldmine or counterfeit or ducat. Probably going to be hard to play a totally treasureless deck. There's not a ton of actions if we can't activate diplomat. Starting with one Vassal makes it a little bit more likely that our remake doesn't bottom deck, which is nice. Although it also does introduce the risk of terminal collision. We just go with the silver now. Four again. Do we want to diplomat? Also take a ducat and trash a copper. Farmhands right now isn't ideal because we don't get to set anything aside, but it might still be correct. Yeah. All right, clearly we're trashing a copper. What do we want to turn this estate into? Another silver or a vassal? I think I'll take the vassal. Now, we do kind of want a variety of cards in our deck for Carnival. Some consideration here. They're really going crazy with the ducats. All right. Do we just take another farmhands? I think we do. It's awkward, but... Okay. I hit 5 here. I think we take another vassal. We've got 2 farmhands in the deck. Do we take a counterfeit? Or do we take some draw? We don't have any plus buy right now. It'd be nice to have some. I mean, I guess we could take a gold mine for that, but short term, I think counterfeit looks a little bit better. Yeah, let's take the counterfeit. Might be best to just get a farmhands and set aside here. I mean, we should. Let's. Well, okay, fine. Carnival now. I think so. Well, if we don't hit the other farmhands, we can still hit 4 to farmhand something, so it's not too bad. But they have sure gotten things going faster. I'm not really sure how. I'm just not. Yeah, I'm not really sure. No, other than just good luck with the vassals, I guess. All right, we're not required to play the remake if we hit it with the Vassal. That's just occurred to me. So that's the remake aside. Whoa. Wow, they're really going hard. Once you start greening, I feel like that's going to get pretty awkward. Oh my god. What are the odds of that? The last card should be... Oh, no, we discarded the silver. Well, I guess we're taking a silver off of this. Yikes. Actually, I wonder if we should take a ducat here. Gold mine ducat. Yeah, I don't know how their deck came together so much faster than mine did. That's kind of crazy. Still feel like the Vassal deck might struggle in the long run, but in the short run, it's certainly getting stuff done. Yeah. Yeah, that is a... It's a bold set of things there. We do have another Vassal down there. I don't think there's any... Well, do we want to... I do want to gain a gold. I guess... In terms of triggering the shuffle... This is potentially awkward. I guess we could remake a Vassal into a farmhands. Creating a shuffle here is pretty terrible. We could also set aside the Vassal. It's better. Like what? I do want to get more draw. Yeah, I just happened to start with one of their like 1 or 2 farmhands in hand. Okay, still a worse turn for them though. That's better. So we discarded a counterfeit, right? Okay. Do we want to remake anything? I don't think so. Definitely want another Carnival. We could just go Carnival Province. Plan to ramp payload with Gold Mine, and we do have the counterfeit. We could kind of use another Gold Mine, though. I wonder if we go, like, Carnival Gold Mine. That way we can be counterfeiting golds and taking more golds. I do not want to play this remake at the start of my next turn. But it wouldn't be bad to get another farmhands. Maybe we just do that anyway. Right, okay. Well, this is starting to look more like what I might expect from that deck. Obviously, I knew that the remake was on top, which is why I played the additional farmhands before the Vassal. It all makes sense, you see. We could counterfeit the ducat. Oh, bah. Didn't know I was going to do that. Just wanted to pay off my debt. Whatever. I have 7 coins. What do we want to buy this turn? I want to buy another farmhands. And then I want to buy a province. And 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This 8 is 6. Okay, so maybe that's actually... Wait, did I double count this? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I did double count the debt. 14... and 16... We could just take both of the farmhands. Then there's a ducat pileout possibility, though. I think think I'm gonna just keep all of my money. Farmhands, take a province. They still have 1 ducat and 2 gold mines. So if they have a really good turn, there's definitely a possibility that they could just win. And maybe I should have tried to play around that. Need 7 gains. Oh, well, they stopped. Okay, that's good. I think they're not likely to get there. Yeah, they have 6 gains. They could take a tie. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're doing that, you're taking the tie. Okay. Yeah, a little unfortunate, I think, to be honest. I think I would have. Yeah. I think I was favored if that game lasted any more amount of time. Yeah, maybe I should have just like gone for double province there or something. Okay. Ninja and Margrave. Only plus actions is villagers from lackeys. Desperation banish? Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. I could just open Ninja and then immediately play it next turn with Forest Dwellers. That seems like a good idea. Do we discard the copper? We have 3 coppers on top. Oh, wait. We have goat. So we should leave 1 estate on top. And we should discard the copper, I think. Drew to another estate. Okay, we don't need the Forest Dwellers here. Well, we could banish rather than trashing. It does get rid of an extra estate, so I guess that's probably worth it. This kingdom is going to be painful. Again, I'm not really feeling the need to Forest Dwellers. Yeah, Pixie makes sense. You could potentially eventually do a stowaway thing. There are a lot of durations, but they're all terminal, and the terminal space is limited, so it's all very awkward. It's all very awkward. Maybe we just go ahead and get Stowaway. There's a world where then we hit... No, we're not going to only hit 2. Well, we could. If we have Stowaway in a 3-card hand, yeah, actually, we totally could. Ugh. Should we take a silver? Just a pixie. I guess we could always Desperation. Stowaway thing is still going to be really hard to do in the long run, though, is the problem. I don't know how to play this kingdom. I'm going to take a pixie. I don't know. I guess we should keep the goat, or keep the estate and trash it with the goat, rather. Risk gift's okay. Nothing else, you can get more pixies. Yeah, we're definitely just spinning our wheels here, though. Yeah, that's kind of the one that I wanted. Oh, man. Oh, man. We're losing the pixie game. I guess there's still the wisps. Okay. C's gift. I mean, I have more pixies down there. I don't think it actually makes sense to take that. This, I think it does. That definitely it does not. Do we just buy a gold here? I don't think so. As far as spending these favors, I'd kind of like to wait until later in the game when I have, like, green in my deck. Nah, yeah. They got the good pixie boons, which meant they got to get the good pixie boons. Basically how that worked. I mean, we could take a gold. What's even left in the boons? What is left? Sun's Gift? Thing is, if we can get to our Yeah, I was gonna say, we can just take a gold this way. We don't have to trash the pixie. Ah, what an unpleasant kingdom. At some point, does it make sense at some point to transition to Margrave? The problem is you can't like reliably play Margrave every turn the way you can. Um, I don't really need that. Well, you can with Ninja. I guess we just take another freaking gold. Just play a really dumb money deck. Might need to use a favor here. I guess we don't technically need to, but we have none of our golds in hand. Corsair? Oh no. But you can't play that and Ninja, so how's that gonna work? Let's go ahead and do it. Well, okay. Alright, one more gold. Now it might be time to start provincing. With our amazing, amazing deck. Do we use another favor here? Oh, we didn't get attacked. Okay. I'm gonna say no favor. Hey. All right. Do we play around the Corsair? Hmm. I'm gonna say no. Do we use the thing? I'm also gonna say, well, it does set up the wisp. Uh, No. Now we don't have any provinces in hand, so we probably want to do it this turn. More wisps? Bah. That might be worth taking. I think it is. They discarded the ninja. Oof. All 3 provinces. No. No. Oh, that is the worst possible draw. It feels like there's no point in using the favor now. Except we don't trigger a shuffle if we don't. Ah! Get back to the ninja. Oh, man. What a disaster. And they did get back around to the ninja. How did they do that? Oh, I should have thought about banishing. Yeah, I should have discarded silver and banished 2 provinces. As it is, do we... We don't need to buy a duchy. But we could desperation for province. We should just do that. Yeah. That was obvious. I just forgot. I guess if we get attacked, we're discarding the wisps. We can use the last favor to cycle through so that we can play the ninja again. Although playing the ninja isn't actual next turn isn't necessarily important anyway. It's not bad. It's not important. We could also keep a wisp, discard silver, and just plan to desperation again if we need to. Maybe that's better, actually. But the other thing is we have 4 provinces in those 8 cards, so we should totally use the favor. Also, we're not getting attacked anyway. So, yeah. Well, I guess we just chuck all of this. Or no, wait. We have 4 in the 5 cards that we're not looking at. We have 4 provinces and a gold. We gotta chuck all of this just so that we get through the shuffle. So now here we could banish if we don't draw into a silver or a gold. It's going to take them a while to catch up via duchy. Don't have a ton of money left in our deck. Being said, I'm not holding on to provinces just for that purpose. Like, it's more important to just be able to hit whatever. One coin short. Okay. I think we just take duchy. Like, we can also run them out on duchies if we need to. Of course, they're in play. Now it gets pretty close. They trashed both of their curses, so they don't have any points to be gained from that. But they're not. Oh, fuck. If they can get... Oh, they can't get province duchy this turn. Okay. We got some stuff here, so if they get the province, we can get the duchy. If they get the duchy, we might have trouble. Well, if they get the province, game ends. Never mind. Oh, but they didn't ninja. Huh. So we could either do a big... Well, not that big of a banish. If we take a state, they can't win from province. Do we trash the copper? I don't know that we do. We have a gold and a silver down there, but we may not have any other money. Just have not been able to collide enough of our money for the past while. I think we don't trash copper and we do take a state. And then if they buy a state, it's going to get harder for them to get to province as well. If they don't buy a state, then we don't need to buy a state and we can banish. Potentially. Assuming... This doesn't really matter. We could also just buy like silver or something. Oh, okay, I guess we're buying a state. Do we even play this wisp? I guess it gets us closer to being able to play our ninja again. Oh my god, this game. Well, the bad news is that they can get 2 estates next turn. This game. Or they can potentially get like province estate if they can hit province. Which seems unlikely. It seems very unlikely. If they buy a state, then I win on a state. So actually, we're fine so long as they don't hit province here. Exactly here. No! Oh! Right. They have to take the curse and then they have a losing tie. Oh my god. What a terrible game this has been. Once I take that next estate, yeah, they had to hit like province straight out this turn. It doesn't matter what they do if they can't do it. Because even if we don't hit estate, like even if we don't have any money next turn, we can just desperation for the last estate, and that empties piles. So, you know, just do something. Would have been also really clutch if we'd managed to line goat up with that curse, but I guess that was never very likely. I guess I can still get a tie here if they hit province this turn. Or I guess if they had played the Margrave. Oh man, we almost... No, wait. Oh, I'm doing it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to desperation for province. No. No, I wanted that province. Give me my province. Wow. I know it was rude, but I wanted the province. Okay. We get real trashing this time. Chapel and Sentry. Chapel gear looks reasonable. So got Salvager, but I guess the problem here is that oh no, wait, there's gear. Right, okay. I think, yeah, Chapel gear. I guess it could also be Chapel Expedition. Well, okay, we'll just take the Chapel either way. So Chapel Expedition, that might be better. I think it probably is. Well, okay. Actually, we could buy Expedition again. And we see almost our entire deck. I mean, granted, we're probably gonna have to top deck. Oh, what? Okay. Do we take a Sentry with the eye towards eventually trashing the Chapel? Uh, Clerk also makes some sense because we can play both of those. Maybe we just get the Clerk first because... This has been, like, given our opening, we have done... This has been, like, an incredibly poor run with the Chapel. Okay, so now... I mean, we could consider a salvager. I do want to trash these coppers, though. I'd also consider, like, Snowy Village. Get some plus buy. Start adding some searches. Um... Yeah, let's take the Snowy Village, I guess. It's fine. We'll trash 2, play the Clerk, we'll get a search. Okay. Villain is reasonable. We could also get, like... we could get double search, and then we still have 6 coins next turn, but it doesn't, like, this very far. Honestly, what we probably want to get at some point is commerce. But how do we do that? How do we get enough payload into our deck? I mean, villain could be a way to do that. Yeah, maybe that is the play. We can store up coffers as the reasoning. Um... We could trash the copper and still afford a search. And just, like, save coppers and buy searches for a few turns. Hmm. Okay. They're gonna get to empty the searches with more stuff in play. That's annoying. Hmm. what to do about it. Not take a search, I guess, is probably the answer. Damn. But then still gonna run into the same problem. I mean, they do have a lot of cards. I guess they might not see both of their buys. Yeah, you know what? Just play to that out. Don't love... Go through the chapel there. Ah, fuck. Oh, wait, there's only two... why did I think... they only needed to see 2 buys anyway. Oh, but they didn't get the other searches into play. That's the... Yeah, okay. So that's fine. Okay. We need gear now. Do we want another village? Maybe. Mining village probably better because of villain. Oh, bah. Okay. More gear. Maybe we never buy the commerce. I don't know. More gear, more mining village. And soon enough, the gear pile is going to pop this other searches, and then the game's going to end. Set aside chapel gear. Discard or top deck? Probably top deck. Oh, never mind. Can't quite empty the gears. We have 2 searches and we have 2 searches in play. There's 4 in the trash. They must have 2 more. That's distressing, but I guess it's fine. Do we need more payload now, or do we rely on them to provide it for us? We could also take a salvager that can trash the chapel. But yeah, the other option is to go like gear, copper, commerce. I think that's reasonable. They bought Expedition. Sword's going to make that irrelevant. They must not have been paying attention. Do we trash the copper? Probably. We could take another commerce. I think I just want the mining village. So we have most of the draw, which if they want more draw, they've got to pop the searches, and then we get to take advantage of the searches first. And if they don't, we should also have more payload via commerce. They do have more buys. Oh, okay, here we go. Well, surely we just win here. I guess there's a world where we don't get enough buys. Actually, we didn't. We only had 3 buys. Yeah, actually, I should have picked up another buy. I mean, I guess I still can. Still with the Expedition. Obviously, I'm going to need to buy some green. Wow, that's bold. You do not have that much draw. Oh, the shield. Ah. I guess we do have the figurehead. So maybe it's okay if we... Oh, we got... Okay. Well, that doesn't do anything. I think we just triple here. Or do we double and get a salvager? Maybe double province salvager. Save the other 6 coffers. Other 6, that's not the right way to say it, but whatever. Now this turn is the turn for popping all the mining villages unless, I don't know, something that I'm not anticipating happens. They took so many golds and they don't have that much draw. Yeah. Okay, feeling pretty good now. They can take a points lead. So I just need to get to 5 mining villages in a province to win. I feel like I should be able to do that. Oh, great. There's no reason to set aside here in any case. We want to potentially salvage province. No, we can't salvage province. Never mind. Do we have enough? God damn it. We bottom decked at least 1 or 2 mining villages that we now can't pop. All right, if we salvage chapel and play villain, how much money do we have? 6, 9, 12, 13, or salvage gear, I guess. So 10, 16, or 10, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and we need 28? Nah. Okay, I guess we do this. Well, wait, hold on. Salvage. Yeah, salvage villain becomes a possibility. So now 6, 9, 12, 15, 25. Okay, that. Wait, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we did find all of our buys. Okay. That was a little scary, but we got there. Okay. Ferryman for trader? It's another board with no plus. Tireless treasure map? How? Oh my gosh. So the only draw here is apothecary. Ugh. I guess I'm Patrician. I'd rather have a silver. Patrician does nothing. Maybe I guess I can see taking Ferryman just to give fodder, and then if you play with apothecary, you can turn that into non-copper draw, I guess. Either that or you're trying to play like a lean deck with a bunch of like conspirators. Ferryman could still be useful for that. Might also just be like a mining road spices sort of situation. I think I'll start with the spices. Oh, 5 anyway. Well, I think I'll take a mining road. Mining road playing spices pretty good. Probably take another mining road here and wait on the spices until we have... We could take a Patrician. Sure. Bottom decked. The mining road. Do we take another one? I think we do. It's going to be hard to take advantage of. Yeah, trashing 1 copper, not impressive. Okay, that's more impressive, certainly. I think I'm just gonna do that. And I'm gonna spend these coffers on anything. Not really. I am wondering about Mining Road putting Potion into play as well to get Apothecary. Doesn't seem totally ridiculous. They've done as much Mining Road Spices into play as I have, despite having one Mining Road 23. Like, come on. I guess loading up on the Patricians does let you C-trade more effectively. Does do that. Yeah, my Salvager's down there. I'm still not really feeling spending the coffers. They got their deck clean, or pretty clean. Maybe this is going to work out for them. What to do? Salvage spices by province? Maybe. They're probably going to be able to get Emporium points this turn. Yeah, I think this is going to work out for them. I didn't think that the early Patrician would be worth it, like when it doesn't do literally anything in the first shuffle, but they definitely found a way to make it work. You just take the last spices. Just blow all our coffers on a province. I don't love it. Yeah, I think we lost this one. Maybe I should do the Apothecary thing this turn. Maybe I should have done it a while ago. Well, piles are pretty low. I mean, we could do one Apothecary in the deck just isn't likely to make much difference in the time we have remaining if piles quickly, but maybe I don't know, we could just double province or we could single province. I'm just gonna single province. It is hard to see how we win this game, though. They cleaned out all the copper. I don't know, the Mining Road Spices thing just wasn't as fast as I was thinking it might be. I would, for them, would probably take a, well, they want to like be careful about not adding too many stop cards. You don't want to just like click on all the conspirators necessarily. Yeah, I was thinking that about Ferryman. Let's go ahead and salvage the spices, I think. Do we spend our coffers now? I mean, they might be able to triple. We get an estate, we won't see it again. We could put a copper into play. I guess we might as well do that. Spend 5 coffers. Yeah, we might as well. Got the double mining road finally. And maybe I should have bought more mining roads too, I don't know. Yeah, I'm expecting that they'll just triple province here. But if somehow they don't, sure looks like they should. They needed to hit more stop cards faster. Yeah, they could also just salvage the province. Yeah, that's definitely okay. Well, get there by just by salvaging the trader. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I didn't believe in the lack of draw, but apparently I should have. Ninja's back again. Pig Ninja, which is like a lab. So that's cool, and you can King's Court it. There's no trashing. So I think we go Wishing Well Ninja. Do we want to take a 5? I don't really want golds in my deck, but I wouldn't mind playing with Coven to give out curses. Arguably Ninja's the better card, but I think I'll take the Coven. Alright, we can get another Ninja, that's good. Unfortunately... Oh, worked out anyway. That's King's Court. We are going to have to take Astrolabe at some point, I suppose. That's going to be annoying. Not great. Should we take Astrolabe here? I think we probably should. Tools also is pretty good. But let's start with the plus buy. We're going to have a lot of money potentially on the coming turn. Potentially. If we're willing to forego playing a ninja, we could King's Court the Coven. But then obviously we don't have the Astrolabe anyway, so maybe that's not correct. We trigger the shuffle, we can King's Court the ninja, which seems maybe better anyway. I mean, not that this matters. We just have 5 coppers, 6 coppers down there. That's obnoxious. That's really obnoxious. But I guess it means there's probably not much reason to pig the Coven. Maybe I shouldn't have triggered the shuffle, I don't know. If the Wishing Well had hit, it would have been fine. Tactician. Oh, wait. I have an Astrolabe in play. Missed that. Is Tactician any good? I guess it could be. You don't get any plus buy. Oh no, you get plus buy. Okay. I'd really like to King's Court the Coven here just for the money. Huh, that's kind of a weird choice. Maybe there's a reason that they wanted the ninja there. Okay. Now let's go ahead and King's Court the Coven. Did I discard Copper Estate? Alright, we could do Mirror King's Court. Probably hard to do better than that. We want to pig at least one of these ninjas, because we want to line up King's Court if possible. Oh well. Wow. Conduct the Coven. Okay, fine. Well, I think I'm just going to take another King's Court. Now we got it. And because they don't have a King's Court yet, we're going to get to give out all the curses almost. Which seems like a good thing on this no trashing board. Maybe we... Yeah, so we have 2 curses. And oh, they have another Coven. Well, we get to dump the curses, so that part's good. Okay. Should consider getting some more money. Monument? King's Court, Mirror King's Court Monument? We have enough King's Courts, it shouldn't really matter. We should just King's Court the Ninja now. Well, I say that, but... Oh my god! We haven't even gotten to the frickin' curses yet. We have Coven down there, we have a Copper down there, and we have another King's Court? Okay. Oh, we have the Astrolabe. No, that's there. I think it probably does make sense to get the Copper off the top. Okay. We can't, like, empty piles or anything just yet. We could take the last 2 King's Courts. It's hard to see how they could possibly win from that position. They don't have a monument. They don't have groundskeeper. So they only have one, or they have 2 buys, but they would need to take a points lead and empty piles, and I don't think that's possible. So I think we do Mirror King's Courts. And then Mirror Monument. And plan to empty ninjas this coming turn. Wow, that's actually really surprising that they lined up the King's Courts. But yeah, that was a bit of a snowball. I think mostly because I was first player. All right, last one. We got inheritance, stockpile, sentinel, priest, some strong stuff. Rice broker, carnival draw again. What do we want to inherit? I guess mountain village, right? We just go double stockpile. Try to hit inheritance. We probably do, right? The odds that we actually hit it aren't that high, but I think it's still correct. Well, on the one hand, we don't see any estates, and our estates are going to clump with our stockpiles, but on the other hand, yeah, let's go. Oh, no. Yeah, this might be a bit unfair. It could be priest, but I think it's got to be mountain village. We got the rice broker already, so we can thin coppers easily enough. Obviously, we're going to want to get a stockpile. Well, they still didn't hit. They had got all those stockpiles and they still didn't hit it? Damn. Okay, we definitely need to get stockpiles back. Okay, yeah, now they got it. I don't know, maybe not. They're not going to be that badly off. Okay, we do need to keep an eye on how we're going to ramp payload when the stockpiles run. I don't think I want to take another stockpile and risk that there's none left. I mean, we might be risking that anyway, but... Like, do we want a silver... We don't have any draw right now, notably. I want a carnival, but I don't think it would have made sense to get the stockpile for that. We could just take an estate. I guess. We'll have money enough this turn. Wonder if they just take double stockpile here. Yeah, okay. All right. We probably want a Galleria, and we want a Carnival. One stockpile, we pick up Galleria with our estate mountain villages. I think that makes sense. Oh, Alliance gives you free mountain villages. Oh, man. Yeah, if we can hit Alliance, we probably should. So, yeah, that's enough. I mean, we don't have any draw yet, though. We can get to 13. Or we could just spend 10 on like Galleria Carnival and then plan to alliance next turn. That way we actually have some draw in our deck. We still have a stockpile left. Them having a not very good turn definitely helps. Go for the alliance. Okay. Okay. Unclear whether we should rice broker a copper here. That last card is our other gallery. Okay, we definitely should. And I guess we take an estate. I don't think there's any risk associated with that. We are going to need more carnivals, probably. They alliance again here. Like, they're really lacking in both draw and like the actual buy payload, with Galleria only having one of them. Yeah, okay. I think you want 2 Gallerias in the deck, because that way you net buys off of Alliance. Because you're only getting 1 card that otherwise would do that. Well, we kind of have to Alliance here because we don't have anything else to do. Wait, there are 2 empty piles, but there's not really like a low third pile. We're not. Bottom deck the freaking Carnival. Really like to have found my rice broker this shuffle too. Like, that's the other thing we bottom decked. Helped. Priest Sentinel definitely is going to do a better job of keeping on top of the coppers being added to the deck. We'll say. Wait, what did they buy last turn? Priest double estate. That is a weird buy though. Like, I mean, I need more draw, but it wasn't like a good time for me to take it. But they also need more draw. Like, I'm confused. And they could have gotten it more conveniently. I could have. All right, we might as well pick up all of these states. Actually, we're never going to pick up a second non-estate card, are we? Durr. Okay. Never mind. We only have 7. Yeah. I think we got to take another Carnival. Well, just barely hit Alliance. We need them to whiff, otherwise we're cooked. Maybe well, if I took a province before, then instead of the Carnival, then I would... Yeah. We're probably just losing. Damn, what? At that previous shuffle, bottom decking the Carnival and the Rice Worker both really did a number on me. Well, this looks like it could be a not Alliance turn. Okay. Definitely picking up the Carnival. I think we play that first. Nice. All right. Picking up that. We definitely need the other Galleria. We want to hit 16 or... What do we need? Duchy ends the game. So actually, we only need 13 for Province Duchy. 3. Oh, but we have to alliance to be able to get the buys. So we do need... Wait, the alliance by itself wins, though. Okay, so we need 10. We have that. Okay, never mind. All right, whatever. I'll just pick up the Galleria, do that. Do. And we can't quite hit the province, but... Yeah. Well, I thought that shuffle was gonna doom me, but then it turned out that my opponent had a bad turn too. Yeah, obviously pretty happy with the overall result. Probably could have squeezed out another half a win if I'd played the first game a little bit more carefully. Like there was probably a way to play around them getting the tie and then like win later, but oh well. I mean, yeah, they had to have a good turn. I think it was somewhat predictable that they would because they had like some duration draw or something. It was something set aside with farmhands, I think it was. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously like still a good overall result and should put me in a reasonably good spot for the overall division standings. I haven't checked them in a while, so I don't exactly know how everyone else is doing, but yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will be playing another match. I think it is on Tuesday against Tiago, so until then.